إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. May Allah's mercy and blessing and peace be upon all of us. Amen. Hello brothers and sisters in Islam, we know that living in this world, we are going to go through a lot of tests from Allah. There will be worried, there will be stress, there will be a lot of tension, there will be a lot of problem. There is the sunnatullah of this world. It is impossible for anybody who said that he believes in Allah to say, I have no problem. Because problem is part of life. Stress, tension, all this is part of life. Nobody can escape from all this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, فَإِنَّمَا الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّمَا الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. Why does he remind us? He said that difficulty first, then you come ease. Difficult first, then you ease. That means you must go through some difficulty, some hardship before you want to understand and appreciate the blessing, the ni'mat of Allah. Nobody have no stress in this world. Even the Prophet have a lot of stress. He got to think about his ummah, how to save this ummah, how to convey the message of Allah. He is very worried. He do not worry because of dunya. He worried because of us and for akhirah. We also get worried, but most of the time we got worried about dunya. Now there are a few things that we must know. We know that Allah is the one who created us and put us in this world. And the nature of this sunnatullah, there will be problem. When you have problem, you are stressed. You have tension, you are worried. So it's common. Don't have to worry about that. What is important, we must know as a believer, as a Muslim, how do we tackle stress? How do we overcome all these problems? The first thing that you must remember, Allah who created us knows our problem more than what we know. He knows everything. He knows about our family problem, our health problem. So who should you call upon first when you have this problem? When you have stress and worry, you should call Allah first. Call upon Allah. That's why Allah said, Udu'uni astajibu lakum. Invoke me, call me. Why don't you call Allah? Why are you running from Allah? And you want to solve your problem. Do we think that you can solve your problem by yourself without the help of Allah? Then you are wrong. But with the help of Allah, alhamdulillah, problem will be solved, inshallah. Now, Allah also remind us, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. Now we have all the guidance from Allah, all the reminder from Allah. What to do if you encounter this problem? First thing, Allah is informing us through His Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to tell us, if any one of us asks, where is Allah? Ask about God. Allah said to the Prophet, tell them, Inni Karib, I am close to them, very close. And I always respond to people who call upon me. This is what Allah said to us. He is there to respond to us as long as you call upon Him. But we have forget Allah all the time. We call on our friend when we have some problem. You telephone your friend. Oh, my brother, oh, my sister, oh, my friend. You have to call Allah. Why not you call Allah? But Allah remind us. He never break His promise. He said, you call upon me, I'm going to respond. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي. But Allah said, if you want me to respond fast to your need, you do what I want you to do first. You just got to do what Allah wants you to do. And when you do what Allah wants you to do, and you believe that Allah is going to help you, He is sure to help you. So there are two things involved. One, you must call upon Him, and when you call upon Him, you must do what He wants you to do first. Like if you want a salary, you must work first. Then at the end of the month, you get your salary. You cannot go to anybody and say, you pay me first my salary, then tomorrow I start work. Nobody will do that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to just do what He wants you to do, and then inshallah He will respond to your needs. And again, brother and sister, you must remember that we learn from problem. Without problem, we might not have a lot of experience, and we may not have a lot of knowledge, because wara al kull mas'ala sa'ada. Always behind all problem there is some happiness, there is some goodness. Only you must have patience. Yeah, you have stress, you have problem, but you need patience to overcome all these problems. Without understanding the nature of this world, I mean the sunnatullah, then you will not be able to overcome your problem properly. And in the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows us many guidance. Why we always have problem, I just try to remind you and also myself about the following saying of the Prophet. It is from Abi Abbas Sahal ibn Sa'di as-Sa'idi, the companions of the Prophet. He said, a man came to the Prophet and asked the Prophet, guide me, direct me to something that if I do it, I will get Allah's love and I will get the people's love. The Prophet said to this guy, Izhad fi dunya yuhibbuk Allah. Renounce the worldly thing. Meaning, don't be too attached to this world. Allah will love you. Wajhad fima inda nas yuhibbuk an-nas. Don't be envy and jealous about what people have. Whatever people have is their risky. You are contented with what you are, what you have. People will love you. The problem of the stress today, because we always compare ourselves with people who are above us. When the Prophet have reminded us, don't be greedy, do what you can. And then he said, Unzur ila man asfala minkum. Always look down upon people who are worse than you. Don't always compare yourself with people who are higher than you. Then you will feel, oh, why I'm so poor? There are people who are poorer than you. When you compare yourself with people who are worse than you, you become contented and you always shukr. Again, shukr is a very important element to overcome stress. Stress is always there. Don't have to. Nobody can run away from stress. You remember what happened to our Prophet before he was appointed a prophet. He looked at the problem in Mecca. The people is so, and of course, they are unjust. The people always fight against each other. There's no peace. That's why the Prophet went to the Ghar, Hira, went to the mount, to the cave of Hira. For what? To find some peace, to find a solution. Until Allah gave him hidayah, gave him the Quran. Alhamdulillah, with the Quran, people remember Allah, and then all the stress is been solved. Alhamdulillah. Now again, shukr is very important. You must be contented with what you have. Be thankful to Allah. Why? Because Allah promised us, La in shakartum la azidannakum. Wa la in kafartum inna azabi la shadid. Why stress? Because you always feel not enough. You want more and more. Like the Prophet did say, the children of Adam is very greedy. If they have one goal of valley, if Allah asks, do you want another goal of valley? Of course, he will still want it. Even he cannot make use of that. He can even spend that. But he still want more and more, because by nature, sunnatullah, we have that greed in us. That means we are people who are always not shukr. Now what is shukr here? Allah said, La in shakartum la azidan. If you are thankful to whatever Allah have given you, Allah is going to add more blessing upon what He have given you. Not only what He have given, He will bless whatever He have given you. And this is where we are lacking. This is where most of the Muslims forget. They want more, but they forget about the blessing. Now, if you have little, if there's blessing, that little will stay with you. If you have more, but you are not shukr, the more also will make you stress and make you worry. Now Allah has reminded us, La in shakartum la azidanakum. If you are thankful to me, whatever I have given you, I will bless. And I will add more blessing towards what I have given you. And this is more important. More property without blessing, and property with blessing, property with blessing is always better. This is what lacking among the ummah. We forget about Allah's blessing. We only ask one, I want more and more and more. You have more money, you have more problem. But if you have the blessing with Allah, the more money will not develop more problem. In the same time, wala in kafartum inna azabi la shadid. You see what Allah said? If you are not thankful to Allah, if you are not thankful to the ni'mah that Allah have given you, you just wait. I'm going to take it back bit by bit. And Allah have proved it to us. Those who are not thankful to Allah with the wealth that Allah given them, Allah take it bit by bit, and then they become bankrupt. Those who have power but they are not thankful to Allah, they do not use this way to please Allah, Allah take away the power from them. You have seen in your lifetime, we have seen all these things happen. Now what is important, what we learn, when a person says he makes shukr, meaning whatever Allah given you, you thank Him, and in the same time you'll be patient. You may not understand why Allah make this happen to me. But Allah knows best. Maybe He wants you to learn something in life. He is educating us. So when Allah wants to educate us, He wants us to go through some hardship. So we understand what is real life. And when we understand what is real life, when people are having the same problem, we are able to help them better because we have the experience. That's why the Prophet ﷺ reminds us, Al-mu'min allazi yukhalitu nas wa yasbir ala azahim khairu min al-mu'min allazi la yukhalitu nas wa la yasbir ala azahim. A true believer, a mu'min, who always mix around with people and have all the patience to overcome the problem that they encounter, that he's exposed to, is always better than a mu'min who just stay away from the society, from the community, from people, and he have no patience in dealing with the problem. Now Islam always teaches us not to run away from problem, because you cannot run away from problem. But Islam teaches us to confront problem. With what? With patience, with dua, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. There are many things. No one can help us except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we must keep on asking Allah, oh Allah, help me. Even you want to make zikr, can you remember, brother and sister? Even you want to do good thing to remember Allah, you said what? The Prophet said, Allahumma inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadah. Oh Allah, help me to remember you. We want to remember Allah, but sometimes because of problem, stress, we forget Him. So we must keep on asking, oh Allah, help me to remember you in good time and bad time. We don't remember Allah only in bad time. When good time, we forget Him. Wa ala shukrika. Oh Allah, help me to be thankful to you. How can we show our gratitude towards Allah? When you have money, you must spend some money in the cause of Allah. That's how you show your thanks, your gratitude towards Allah. When you are healthy, you use your health to serve Allah's religion. When you are strong, you help the weak one. When you have knowledge, you teach the one who have no knowledge. That's how you show your thanks towards Allah. You make use of what Allah have given you to serve in the way of Allah, to serve people. That's why we in my country, Malaysia, we call ourselves Al-Qadim, means serving mankind. We are here to serve. We train ourselves to serve people. We are prepared to serve people for the sake of Allah. We don't expect any reward from that. Allah will is very kind to reward you, inshallah. We want Allah's reward, because we need His reward in the hereafter. There's no more money in the akhirah. It's between you and Allah. If your good deeds, alhamdulillah, that is your wealth, that is your property. So fellow brother and sister, if you have any problem, any stress, please don't keep on entertaining the problem and forget to ask Allah to help you. Sometimes problem is ni'mah, meaning sometimes problem is a blessing. I give you one example. If you never fall sick, what do you understand by sickness? Now, if you don't have any headache before, if somebody have headache, how can you help him? You can't help him because you have not gone through this difficulty. But once you have gone through some experience, you know, when I have headache, I went to see a doctor, he gave me this medication. And after taking this pill, alhamdulillah, I feel relieved. Now, if somebody had the same problem come to you, you say, no problem, brother, I know. Take this pill. This pill will help you with your headache. You have a tummy ache. If you never have tummy ache before, how can you help others? By having the experience in you, you can help others better. So everything, there is always a wisdom behind it. There is some good behind whatever trial that Allah put us in. Whatever problem you encounter, please remember, problem is wisdom. Problem is information. Problem is knowledge. You learn everything from problem. That's why the Prophet never teaches Ummah to run away from problem, but to stay put and then ask Allah to open our heart, open our mind to understand the problem and seek Allah's guidance to solve your problem. Your problem will be solved, brother and sister, inshallah. Financial problem, domestic problem, inshallah solved. But come back to Allah. Why? Because Allah who created us, He knows our problem. And then He have ready the remedy for us, like what the Prophet said. Inna Allah nazzala dawa fatadawu wa la tadawu bil haram. Example. This hadith I'm trying to share is just an example. Allah is the one who sent down disease. All the sickness that is happening, the virus is part of Allah, sunnatullah. When Allah said be is be. Without Allah's will, it cannot happen. But in the same time, the Prophet said, Allah prepared the remedy for you. Every sickness, there is a cure, except old age and death. So the Prophet said, "Fatadawu wa la tadawu bilha." So seek for medication. Seek for medication. But don't look for any haram way of medication. You see, mashallah. Oh, there's always an answer to your problem in Islam. There's nothing that you face in this world that Allah don't guide you into it. The only thing that you must come to Allah. How to do that? Listen to what Allah said. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu dkhulu fis silmi kaffah wa la tattabi'u khutuwati syaitan innahu lakum aduwwun mubin. What Allah wants you to do is, all you who believe, all Muslim, enter the religion of Allah totally, completely, fully, with your heart, with your mind, with your body, everything you must submit to Allah. Don't follow the footsteps of shaitan. Shaitan is the one who play around with us, keep us worried this, worried that, fear this, fear that, phobia this, phobia that, until we have no peace. And you must remember, Allah said again, peace belong to Him. Allahumma antas salam wa minkas salam fahayyina bis salam. We say, oh Allah, you are peace. Peace belong to you. So we're going to come back to Allah, ask Allah to give us a peace. And the best way, like what Allah said, Allah bi zikrillahi tatma'inul qulub. Allah said, by remembering Allah, not only with your lips, but with your heart and your action, you have the peace of mind. You have peace of heart. When your heart is at ease, your mind is peaceful. And when it's peace, whatever happens is no more a problem. When people say, a problem to us, no, it's not a problem. Why? Because we have Allah with us. We have the Sunnah to guide us. So fellow brother and sister in Islam, we are very lucky. Or we can say we have been blessed. Maybe it's wrong for me to use the word lucky, but it's better for us to use, we have been blessed by Islam. It's a great ni'mah for all of us. So if you do not know how to solve your problem or any stress, don't go to any doctor. The first thing you go is, you go to see a scholar. A scholar who understands the Quran and the Sunnah, because that is the best remedy for stress, worry, tension. But of course, if you have some injury on your hand, stomach pain, ulcer, cancer, you got to see the doctor. Because Allah said, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلِ ذِكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Ask people who are specialized in that area, people of knowledge, if you do not know. If your car is having problem, don't go and ask the imam. Go and ask the mechanic. That's what Allah said. Don't everything just leave it to Allah. No. He wants you to look for some remedy. Solve your problem. But if you have this ache, the real body ache, you must look for a doctor who knows about the bones, about yourself. But you don't just everything leave it to the imam. But when you have spiritual problem, stress is more on the spiritual problem and mental, then you must ask the imam, the great scholar, how do Allah want us to solve this problem? And when you follow the way of Allah, you will see, mashallah, one by one, all the problem will dissolve. One by one, it dissolves. I have my own experience before. It's not easy when I first become a Muslim. I got to suffer for a while, for 4 years. I have a hard time being a new Muslim. It's not easy sometimes. A lot of the born Muslim, I think you are more blessed because you don't have to go through that kind of suffering that we Muslim or the revert got to go through. Our family don't understand why we choose Islam. Our friends don't understand us. People look down on us. People talk bad about us. But we have no choice because we believe that Islam is the true religion of Allah. Sometimes born Muslim also do not welcome us. It's very sad. But alhamdulillah, we have gone through some hard time. After 4 years of hardship, we learn so much. At least now if people talk to us about problem, we say, no, there's not a problem. I have gone through worse than that. So this is the ni'mah. When you have gone through an overcome problem in your life, it is your asset. It's more worthy than dollar and cent. People who know how to solve his problem and help other people to solve problem is more important than any doctor. Because every day we have problem. Not every day we fall sick. And scholars of Islam is more important than just any other person in this society. Because the right scholar of Islam will know how to guide you, help you to solve your problem. Your worry, your fear. We know we have all this problem. Because Allah has said, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَالنَّقْصِ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Allah knows. What we are going to do is, I'm going to test you with fear. Now a lot of Muslims live in fear. People who are not yet Muslim, mankind always live in fear. Fear of this, fear of poverty, fear of what you said, fear of sickness, darkness. You have so many fear. Allah said, I am the one who tests you. Waju, hunger. Naqsimina amwal. Poor, you have no money. It's also a trial from Allah. Wal anfus, your loved one pass away. Was samarat, and all the other provision. But what did Allah say at the end? He said, wa bashiri sabirin. Allahu Akbar. Wa bashiri sabir. One of the best way to overcome stress when you encounter any, after calling Allah, don't forget to worship Him. Of course, you don't call Allah and then you don't make salat. You must perform salat. You make sujood. And then you have patience. And Allah promise you. Allah promise you. Allah said, فَاذْكُرْنِي أَذْكُرُكُمْ وَاشْكُرُوا لِي وَلَا تَكْفُرُونَ. And then Allah said, what? وَاسْتَعِينَ بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الصَّابِرِينَ. Remember me so that I remember you. Be thankful to me. Do not be ungrateful to Allah. Whatever you have given, alhamdulillah. And then Allah said, call upon me with patience and salah. Inna Allaha ma'a sabirin. At the end of the day, Allah said, I am always with those who have patience. Hello, brother and sister, please increase your patience. I ask Allah, Allahumma zidna iman wa sabr. May Allah strengthen our iman and increase our patience so that we can face all the trial in this world, the stress and problem and worry, with the guidance of Allah and the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. Amin ya rabbil alamin. Wabillahi taufiqi wal akhir da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.